only a new student were to help me with my sad predicament.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to... Your spellcasting has impressed me. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember... Concentrate. And keep your wand steady. Good work.
Incendio! Levioso! Incendio! Accio! Levioso! Incendio!
You're getting it. Keep at
Accio!
it. And keep trying to distinguish yourselves.
Incendio!
Might some kind soul help me?
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I work...
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather... You must continue to work with her. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to...
But Professor...
We have no choice. It would be I shall find you when I've completed whatever...
Revelio. Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Sebastian,
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was...
Seems he's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this port key.
A port key? To Gringotts?
I barely follow myself, and I was there. Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough.
And I am. Meet me outside.
How concerned should I be about the...
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious book. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can...
What will happen if we're caught?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing.
Thank you.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for... Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able...
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive and give it a try.
Protego! Revelio.
We must remain unseen. Blast! The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Aloha Mora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Aloha Mora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. I said I'd get you in, and I always...
Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. Here.
Better. I knew we hurt someone. Out with you! Is someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
The key. That wasn't so difficult after all. Now to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say. Ghost, don't let her see you. should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about. I'll be quieter than a juggernaut.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic. Quietly now.
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend, out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty, you'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell, I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to this. I like having friends who are in my... Now go. Good luck. Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor. Reparo! Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it! Where might this lead? Reparo. Oh. Revelio. Not surprising. Guards at the ready. Protego! Incendio! Levioso! Levioso! Incendio! Levioso! Protego! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! This must be the way forward, but to where? Nearly there. Best keep my wits about me. Incendio! Levioso! Protego! Stupefy! Accio! Stupefy! Stupefy! Protego! Stupefy! Stupefy! It is a book after all.
wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor McCall.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too, but we have never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
That being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
there was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's... Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's...
What will you...
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the...
I understand. I'll see what I can...
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's
plenty to keep me occupied while you're...
You've done exceptionally well. I look... Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you
Protego!
about Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of crossed wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment... training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at
I certainly am.
Brilliant.
Yes, Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked
We can
that
make
I
this a
teach
real
you
victory.
That's the spirit. And then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Confringo!
Incendio. Stupefy.
That's all you've got?
Stupefy.
Ringo.
Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Levioso. Incendio. Stupefy. Stupefy.
Come on.
Protego. Stupefy.
You're better than that.
Incendio. Stupefy. Levioso. Stupefy. Accio. Stupefy. Accio. Protego. Stupefy. Incendio. Stupefy. Stupefy. Incendio. Stupefy. Protego. Stupefy. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Levioso. Incendio. Levioso. Stupefy. Levioso.
I could never duel like that. What a victory! You've won!
I'm just pleased to have done it.
And we're pleased to have such a great... Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honour to present you with this...
Thank you.
You earned it! You are a duelist. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I wonder how my herbology plants are doing.
Hello, Lucan.
Excellent idea.
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso.
Nicely done. That was something.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
That's it.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Protego.
You'll get it.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Good one. Impressive wand work.
Thanks, Lucan.
Oh, stop. Seriously, well done. Even though you won the tournament already, I'm glad...
Lost to a new student? I didn't see that coming.
The best duelist won, I suppose.
I find the girls to be messier than trolls, truth be told.
You can't. Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new pot and pack out the soil!
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all...
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can...
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't...
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or rose?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany... Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you. You'll find that some plants are better. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Here, dear, and let them have a good chomping. They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of... Come back and see me when you're finished.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbage at it. And they'll do the rest.
I'm sorry. What?
Garlic said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time. Nothing to it, really. Just toss some of those Chinese chomping cabbages out. You'll see fairly quickly why we call them that. Look at that! They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid boobage. Not saying you can't go it alone, but...
Trust me, Leander. I was imagining it the entire time.
You were? I mean, of course. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants... You get the idea. Anyway, Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh.
Magical plants have...
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Well, I suppose that's everything.
Those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hearing.
To make anything, you must first understand it. That goes for plants. You understand.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that. It would make him look completely incompetent, which he is.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous. I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defense. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from...
Yes, sir.
Good. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide... Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology club. Others, however, may be harder to obtain. Come and see me when you've finished brewing.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me.
Brilliant! You, my friend. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy.
Pleasure to meet you.
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Adurus potion. I'm working on some. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient.
I suspect that's where...
You're as clever as I... I simply need a single Fwooper feather, as you'll already be in...
I'll get you the Fwooper feather.
I assure you he won't. Fwoop. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back.
Your potion should not... A well-prepared witch or wizard always has a few potions on...
Here's the Fwooper feather you...
Brilliant! Thank you. You should get back to brewing your Adurus potion.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries. Hope I never need it.
Proficiency in potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and... That's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to... Ah! Dragon Dog! What happened?
Professor...
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor...
Oh, thank you. That me? And I've never seen anyone brew such a flawless...
I'm glad I was able...
You must simply have a knack. Some students seem so confounded by... A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Star. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy together. You'll love it. Professor...
Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me as well.
I brewed an Adurus potion.
I'm surprised you had the time. You see...
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learnt a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I confess I was skeptical given the advanced...
I'm glad I was able to meet you.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to... In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you... Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. That'll be all. I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
Revelio. That was an...
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind. I hope Sharp wasn't too disagreeable when you handed it.
Professor Sharp was annoyed, but we...
Cheers to that. He probably had a good... Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew... Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise.
Ugh, my robes are going to reek from Gareth's inspiration.
How nice to see you.
It's like a place right out of a story.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty.
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and...
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they...
A bit odd. But whatever the reason, for now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade. And I shall never forget watching Sorona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left my... I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy...
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood State. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood.
That may be true, but shouldn't officers...
I spoke with her. She was polite. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation. I was thinking that we could investigate it.
All right.
I am going to watch and listen, find out. In the meantime, remember...
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be...
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Revelio!
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be sick.
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You shouldn't be here. I'm cast about for your amusement.
Incendio.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Potato! I'm not going anywhere with you.
You'll take this!
Come on, you're afraid to fight back.
Accio! Incendio!
Pay for your
Stupid! Levioso! Accio!
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were...
Ashwinders? It's a long story, but thank you for...
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Best get moving on my...
You mentioned someone...
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knock. She's a travelling vendor. Here's what's...
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how... I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important...
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. I had just arrived to test... You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has its...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of...
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these fires.
Incendio! Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Incendio!
You got the mallow sweet to work. Now, what to do about these pyres?
Accio! Incendio! The flames make the pyre sink.
How beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can...
We can indeed. How does it work?
Are all of the trials like...
Oh, not precisely. You should feel free to solve them as you come. My guess is that each will... which you can find in Hogsmeade, should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Some assistance.
Hello.
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. I was hoping someone would come along soon. You see, I need to retrieve some.
Diving into the lake sounds like an...
Splendid. Precise.
What do you need help with?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, said they never
I'm so sorry.
We can't be sure. Father was so distraught that he forbade a treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could die...
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinchsman.
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. We are known for our contributions to... But with all I plan to discover about the world around...
What exactly?
It's an astonishing ancient It's mainly used for studying... I understand. But I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location. My best guess is that it's just over there.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Vic tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Levioso!
Accio! This must be where the Pinch Smedley family astrolabe is. I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe. Hello, Grace.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the
I did.
It will. I can't. Thank you so much for doing this for me. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. Thank you again. And I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Good of you to come. He was vague as to details. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective.
Of course, Mr.
Wonderful. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, we did find a series of statues similar to jackdaws, and Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves.
Surely you could...
Oh, one would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh...
Is there anything...
Oh, yes. It's terribly special. But not in... But it will ease the hearts and minds of...
Why would the...
I must admit I have no idea. Always looking for trouble. Never heard much about him after that. But perhaps he thought that the wand had some astonishing how...
I'll have a look for you.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's...
statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls. Don't mind me, owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? I recognize those handles. The summoning charm should do the trick. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws. Levioso. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Birds aren't afraid of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Levioso. A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. Revelio. Accio. I'll take that, thank you. Nothing. Here's a welcome surprise. No statues here. I'd best keep looking. This'll do nicely. Nothing. No statues here. Accio! I'd best keep looking. Nothing. No statues here. I'd best keep looking. I'll take that, thank you. Revelio. Here's a welcome surprise. Accio. Nothing. Revelio. What's happening?
Could it be? Has someone solved my... Good news. If you've got something to... Richard Jackdaw.
The Richard Jackdaw.
Goodness. I'd forgotten about that wand. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in...
What map? So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed...
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes.
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm...
Indeed. Say, here's an idea.
I think I can...
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared.
How is it possible?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely He's got a penchant for wrecking things. I doubt he even noticed.
Why would you steal?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only...
If
you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are...
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Protego!
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?